Walk from down here to here. I'm exhausted. What are you thinking? Jesus, really? I'm gonna start with the auto because that's what I threw down there. I started and where did you play on? Like maybe 8 and 10. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna watch you throw. Okay. I'll put. Because no, that's why I was wondering, like, so then I can make a judgment off of it. Right.
Oh, Jesus, God. This is not good.
Right.
Squirrel 57.
Yeah. Now, I would have been
Why is there no freaking good place to put this?
yeah. Right. Yeah. Right.
Fine. Do it this way. Not worried about that right now.
Yeah, but I don't care because I knew this girl was the last one, right? Something else. Yeah. So, right. So I did that.
No.
Yeah. Right. Down there with Bryan, I'm like, corn, and I'll bring it back.
Daryl? Seven.
Huh? 4-8. Oh, okay. Okay, better play like this with the 7 o'clock club. One of the stuff here. One of the stuff here. Oh, this is done. Let's go. Ain't mine. What? Ain't mine.
All right, there we go. Okay, we're back. Okay. What's their names? All right. Akeem, Wright, and Josh Baker. Okay, so we are back. All right, hopefully everybody was patient enough for us, so fine and dandy. So for those that were watching cruiser events, I have the defending Cruiserweight champion right next to me, as a matter of fact. So I have Raul Renteria. I don't know what they're waiting on for their classic tag team match, but I'd say they're all here. So, but
Gordon predicted correctly. He said 5 games.
He did say 5. Yeah, Gordon said 5. Yeah. So.
I'm struggling.
Oh, there's Gordon. So we got Gordon back as well. So I hear Gordon somewhat. There's Gordon. So now we got the heavyweights. We got the Vixens to the right of the heavyweights, and the classic tag teams. Well, they're kind of waiting to start. I don't know when they're starting, but I assume they're going to start soon. So.
You want to do any type of interview?
This is game number 1 for the heavyweights. Yes. This is game number 1. Game 1 for everybody. Everybody at this point. I have one Carlos Menez on score duty today for matches, and I do have Raul Renteria here with me. He's going to do like a little pre-match interview. Hopefully he can hear. He can hear Gordon pretty well, so if he talks.
I don't hear anything right now.
Oh, I can barely hear you, Gordon.
I hear him now.
We can hardly hear you, Gordon.
How you doing, Gordon?
I'm okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That was pretty good.
I can go louder if you want.
No, you're good.
I think you're good.
All right.
Okay.
So
what's going on in these matches right now? Because it looks like Williams is leading, and I have no idea what's going on in any other match.
Okay, so before we get Raul involved here, George Williams has front 3, 8-1, the next 5. Miguel Acobo looks like he can go out for 255, is it? Yeah, that's a 5. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a 5. So Miguel with the first hit in the 10th there, so he can go 255. George can go 266. So if you're looking for high scores, now you've come to the right place. Now you have come to the right place for high scores. So that's definitely that'll be in the works. So. Miguel's second hit in the 10th. Does he get it? He gets a 10 back. So this shot is just as important. So strike here. And he forced George to get the first 2 of the 10. Raul, you might have to wait until afterwards because practice is ready to start for your classic tag team match.
Yep.
Unless you feel confident you don't need to practice.
We don't need no stinking practice. Practice is for wussies.
That's for wussies. We're all going to sit back and watch. Miguel, he flags the head pin. So he puts up your everyday 252. George gets the first hit.
needs the first hit, and he needs good count.
Yes, he does. Absolutely,
And if
yes.
Carlos Jimenez is there, I can definitely feel a team meme mafia javelin or dart or shot,
of course.
torpedo, or whatever you would like to call it.
Yes, he's somewhere. He's somewhere near there. Yes.
Yeah, you won't see it from Miguel. Miguel's way too nice to do that. You will see it from Carlos. Hi, Carlos.
Carlos is like four lanes away.
Okay. So game one. Ooh, gets the 10.
He does get it. He got the hit. That was a huge hit. And George, some fans in the crowd there. So big first hit for George. 7.
I hear the dog.
Yes.
I hear the dogs.
The dog is. Oh, I need a sweet ball, lane 6. They're trying to freeze him here. Carl's going to do his due diligence to get the front dust there. So
You're not using this, right?
yeah, we are.
You're. Oh, it's over here, right?
It's for here. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes. I just need to set it up. That's
John,
all.
is
That's
this
fine. Yeah.
the same, is this the same YouTube link, by the way, John?
No, this is a new link. This is a new link for those that are watching. Let me get to that link for. Gordon, I'll send that link over to you.
And that would be fantastic.
Yeah, new link. I can't do long streams, unfortunately, so that's why I had to break it down to 2 streams. So
I'm looking at the practice on lane 1 and 2 right now, and it looks very similar to what we saw on lane 3 and 4.
Yeah, I have a camera here. I'm gonna have it set up shortly. I just gotta find a good spot for it. I might have a box here with a ball, and I might put my bag down. We'll do some rearranging of some furniture here. After Raul sets up his camera, so that's gotta go like that. Okay, so it's gotta tilt this way.
Deadwood 24, Deadwood 24.
So George is waiting for a full set of pins. There he goes. Okay.
The George is doing the right thing here.
We're gonna stay right there.
So he needs to do what he needs to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So right now, let's see. He still needs to count. That's good. That is a very good shot. That is 10. That is a win there. That
is around as good as you can get it, sir.
Yeah, that is very good. He needed 9 there, I think, for the win. 8-1 was good. 8-1 would have been good, but yeah, he needed a good count there. So he got the good count, and he's got the game 1 victory. So. And George doing a victory lap here. Why not? Pretty good field shot there. 10 back again. He strikes out. George Williams wins game 1. He throws 11 of 12 strikes this game for 266. That beats Miguel's 252. Game 1 is in the books. George 1-0.
What's going on in the other matches, John, while we're waiting? Because I know there's a Vixens match to the right, and we have other matches.
Yes.
But what's going on in the Vixens match?
I am looking to get scores from the Vixens match. I do believe Yvette Ford won game 1. I'm waiting for Carlos to get back to me on that. The classic tag team match, as mentioned, practice is underway. As you can see, all the way to the left there. All 1 and 2, 3 and 4 will not be in play. And here is Miguel. And Miguel, yeah, that was not good. Second shot in a row, he misses the head. Wash out this time for Miguel.
All right, you can stop leaving him tickets.
Once Raul's computer gets, once Raul's tablet comes back up, we'll get the camera on Classic Tag Team match. And Miguel only gets one, so 8 count for Miguel to start game 2.
Is it not connected?
It's not YouTube.
See, it's not connected.
Don, whose camera are you using the exact same thing that you used for the Cruiserweight match?
Yes, we're trying to, yes.
Okay.
Trying to find out why Raul's tablet is giving me
Yeah, I would say do not use Raul's tablet. I would say go back to what you're doing because Raul's
Oh, you
tablet's
mean
not
me
really
on this
good.
heavyweight match?
Yeah.
Oh, for the heavyweight match? Oh no, that's George's phone.
Whatever you're using, don't use it. Use it for something else.
Okay,
Go back to what you used on the Cruiserweight match.
I'm trying. And I don't know why I'm losing. There we go. I don't know why it was a little shaky there. Hey, all right, here we go. All right, boom. So while, all right. No, you're fine. You're fine. Let's try this. Here. Let's try this. All right, let's try that.
All right, that is infinitely better. Except the only problem is you got it in the corner.
Yes. Yeah, I know. Kind of hard to get anywhere else right now.
All right.
Okay. All right, so we'll try and go back and forth. We'll try and get all the scores. Kind of separated a little bit here between 3 and 4. But I'll try and so we'll try and the link.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. All right. So. We're trying to go back and forth here. So, Miguel, after the open, has a double. George, however, after the 266 game, has gone spare, strike, spare, open. For 65 in the fourth. And he's behind right now. Miguel looking here for Turkey, and every time. And this time he missed the head hit 1-2-8.
Yeah, we're not seeing much consistency here from anybody at this point.
Yeah, no, this game is looking closer towards the Cruiserweight match we had. I stand corrected. Shows how much I know. All right, so got ourselves a no fight here. 63-65 in favor of George Williams. So, yeah, like I said, Miguel's last five
Tom Brady brought Tampa Bay defense in the game too, apparently. I'd like to congratulate all the Tom Brady fans in the house.
Yeah, the Tom Brady defense. Absolutely. It's 4-9. And Miguel goes 4-9. Gordon, you can call the action for a little bit. I got to go tell the front desk to stop practice on 1 and 2.
All right, I will call the action here a little bit. I'm not sure if Miguel wants me to be calling the action here at all. He leaves a 4-9. He was trailing by 2 pins going into the 5th frame of game 2, and he's already down 1 game to zip, and this is not going to help him. You know, Miguel's got the BS carry. That's one of the things that he's known for, and that BS better be for better sparing, which will not be in that case. He's only going to get 1. So Miguel, and keep in mind, Miguel Acobo is a previous champion, so he's not going to have any butterflies or any sort of nerves at that point, but he's given George Williams a nice little opportunity for him to take a decent-sized lead in the second half of game 2. Williams right now up, and he gets the trippy. He's got, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it, Chris. I will say whoop, 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 whoop. So right now there is a strike, and you know that George is going to potentially really increase his lead here as we go into the second half of game 2. The question, of course, becomes how much. Now, by the way, I'm Gordon Pepper. Yes, I do have COVID. No, I am not in Delaware. I am actually in my happy little apartment over in Jersey doing the commentating on this match. Special thanks to Jonathan Dansbury Software. And it looks like we have another strike from Williams, and we do. George Williams making a couple of quick adjustments there. That one probably a little bit too high for his liking, but all the pins go down. He's gotten that lead again. He's back up to around a 20-something pin lead over Miguel Acobo as we go into his half of the 6th frame. Acobo right now, that shot's got to hook back a ton, and it almost does. 10 pin. Miguel not really liking that look that he has at this point. Again, this is only game 2. Sometimes, as we say, it gets late early. I have a feeling that this is not going to be one of those matches. This one may go around for a while. Acobo makes a spare. So Acobo down by around 26 as we go into frame 7. There is still time for Acobo to get back into it, but he's got to start striking. Spares, and especially the look that George has right now after he makes that adjustment, spares are not going to be good in this match. or at least in this game. Acobo up now on the approach. Here's the shot, and that shot looks good, and it is. A little bit high cut for Acobo. Shaking his head a little bit, going, I should have done that earlier. Well, still 3 frames left to go. George Williams is going to be going to his version of the 7th. We shall see whether or not what Miguel Acobo did, if he found it a little bit too late, or if he's going to have a chance to get back into this match. George does not want him to get back into this match. And there's no reason to. And one good way to do that would be to take game 2. Go up at 2-0. Strike here puts him up by 33, approximately, based on the numbers. Here's Williams. That shot looks a little high, but he gets away with it. Ooh. He gets away with it with the turkey. He's giving us the dog sign. Oh, no. That dog looked like he was about to be afraid he was going to get whacked by a newspaper.
Oh, that I agree with you.
Sounds bad, I think.
So, here's your scores at the bottom. I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. I am back.
I know.
I'm back. We got the heavyweights going, and I think the classic tag teams are finally ready to start. I think they had like 24 minutes of practice. I don't know why Raul needed that many shots. He had 5 games to warm up, so. Anyway. So those are watching the Vixens action on 7-8. Their champion Yvette Ford won game 1 convincingly, 255 to 204. And while
There's one of our youth program children are coming around selling candy bars. They're $1. She's walking around table to table to sell candy bars. If you'd like to donate.
So, any title match?
Look, Frank.
Had a good start for the challengers from Connecticut. So. Here we are, Raul Renteria. He's coming off a Cruiserweight title defense victory, and the traditional throw strikes, slap the ball, return with the towel. It's almost a trademark. He's just waiting for the trademark to come about. And wow, that ball went 60. Didn't expect that ball. That's funny because he got half. It cost him a game. He got half. Half a loaf. 5 count, going for the other half. Chops it. So Raul through with the first open of this title match. He chops the bucket plus the bonus wing. We call it everything. And here is Akeem Wright.
Get in there!
That's gotta hurt you. Oh, 10 pin. So 7 pin, 10 pin so far for Akeem, right? No problems on the 10 pin. So 3 frames in. And the teams have the option to tag at this point now. So, all right, so that's taken care of. So we're going to stick here to this heavyweight matchup. Game 2, George just like 10-pin bill shot. He has 211. That would be a crucial miss if Miguel Acobo can strike out. Miguel working on 3 in a row. He can strike out for 212 and would have a tie in the match here. First ball for Miguel Acobo, 10-pin. And George Williams survives. So the missed 10-pin by George Williams will not come back to haunt him. And the reigning regional heavyweight champion is going to have a 2-0 lead over the former world champion.
All right, right now you have
So we're going to see the full shot here. And it leaves 10 pin again. So there's your final for game 2. George Williams 211, Miguel Acobo 190.
Yeah, the rough guy, 2-0. 211.
The rough guy. The rough guy. Zing. And over in the Vixens title match, Yvette Ford 190. She started with 250 in the first game. She goes 190 and is going to be up 2-0. As Ian Williams goes 181. So not a good start for the former Vixens champion, Mia Williams. And for George, it's a good start so far.
first tag of the match for Dysfunctional.
George leading 2-0. And for the Vixens, Yvette Ford, she also leads 2-0. For the classic tag team title match, well, they are 4 frames in. And we'll go back to the Classic Tag Team title match. Bryan Andes, first action here. Oh!
Trip it.
He went to school of Raul Renteria, how to carry trip forfeit. And the big strike there for Dysfunctional holders. Akeem Wright is yet to make a tag so far. He's bowled the first 4 frames. This is frame 5 now. And he gets it to go. Second strike for Silverlane Express. And we will now see our first action of Josh Baker, the other half of Silverlane Express. Pretty good debut there. Pretty good opening shot for the one half of the challengers. Josh Baker gets Silverlane Express a double. And it's it's their first double. And they have a lead. They have a 14-pin advantage at the moment. Here is Bryan Andes up here in the 6th. Almost up to 4-5. The 5 goes late. And he avoids trouble. Leaving himself a single pin.
Fun that. That last one was fun. I don't know if you watched it. Came down to the 10th. Yeah, we thought George had to throw a double to close out Miguel. Right? You saw it, right? Yeah, that was exciting. And then you saw that flat pen up.
Right in these covers at 4 pin, no problems there, but they trail now by 14. 7th frame. Both teams on 1 tag, by the way. Both teams need to make 4 tags. This ball never gets up. And again, fortunate leaves to leave just the 2 pin. We're going to watch Bryan shoot spare here, and we're going to go back to the heavyweight camera. He covers. When we're back to the heavyweight camera, we're going to not necessarily focus on Miguel and George here, but on Yvette and Mia Williams in the Vixens match. It's 2-0 so far, and both ladies have the front 4 to start game 3. Here is Yvette forward on lane 7. 10 back. She's now got the front 5. Yvette forward becoming the new Vixens champion back in December. Knocked off Segura Wheeler
37-6
in December at Crawford, winning 4-2. Delivering Segura her only loss in her WCS career so far. Oh, and by the way, Yvette Ford, she has 1 loss so far in her WCS career. It's against someone named, I don't know, Segura Wheeler. So, Segura and Yvette Ford giving each other their only losses so far on the Vixen circuit. So, definitely a tough contender here for Mia Williams to go against. Mia, however, a former Vixens champion. Years ago, fighting some injuries. In the last several years, Mia has made her way back up into the title match. So it's a 10 pin.
And keep in mind, the top part of the Vixens list is absolutely loaded.
I think it's 1-7.
Oh yes, you're absolutely right, Gordon. Yeah, I mean, the top part of the Vixens list is absolutely. I mean, it's strong. And and by the way, Segura making her way back up towards the top of that list again. So it doesn't get any easier up the top, and the talent that's still on the Vixens list is just incredible. There's pretty good bowlers on that list, and it is tough. There's Mia again, snapping the 10 out. So Mia Williams has a great start. She's got front 4. So Yvette coming up on lane 8 onto the right there. Looking for the front 6. Light mixer goes. So Yvette forward with a 21 pin advantage. She's got the front 6 against Mia Williams. 5 out of 6 strikes in the first 6 frames. And staying perfect so far, right in front of us, Miguel Acobo has the front 3. He's down 2-0 so far. And of course, I jinx it. Yvette forward unfazed.
It's all your fault, Dansbury.
She lives far enough away. I guess it doesn't affect her. It is. Yeah, Yvette forward unfazed. She I guess if you live more than 2 hours away from either you and I, Gordon, then you're unaffected. But
yeah, I don't think anybody can really blame me on this since I'm, as you said, 2.5 hours away.
Yeah, pretty much, yes. Yvette forward now at the front 7 against Mia Williams. And speaking of another Williams, George Williams, current heavyweight champion, up 2-0. Yvette, a little bit of trouble here. He's down a little bit here, looking to string something together here. Shot here in the 4th frame. 10 pin.
Got it!
And I'm kind of taking away from the Cruiserweight, not Cruiserweight, but yeah, Cruiserweight. Classic tag team match. This has gone final already in game 1. This is official. Silver Lane Express, they have the game 1 victory. They had it sealed up in the night. Yeah, 10th frame is finished their victory lap. Silver Lane's going to put up 220 after Akeem Wright made 2-4-8-10. And that to seal it, pretty much 10 back. Silver Lane Express is going to win game 1 with 222.
And John, Raul Renteria did not get a good look on lanes 3 and 4 during this Cruiserweight matchup. And this is going to be crazy for me to say this, but you would think potentially that the fate of the tag team titles is going to rest on the shoulder of Bryan Andrews and not Raul Renteria. Because Bryan may have to carry Raul in this one, and if he can't do it, we may have new classic tag team champions.
Yeah, and I 100% agree with that. Yeah, I mean, that's very possible at this point right now. Raul, not looking great looking right now, and like I said, Silver Lane 222, they have game 1 in the 9th. Dysfunctional bowlers here, well, let's wait for it. Okay, they don't get to 180. So 179 for Dysfunctional bowlers, and while that may have won some games in the Cruiserweight title match, it's not going to win a lot of games here in the classic tag team match. So,
well, what's going to make it worse for Dysfunctional is that, unlike them, Silver Lane Express had a look.
And I still think they do. We're going to quickly turn back to the Vixens again here. And Yvette forward here, she's got the front 8 now. Now she's got 9. Yvette forward making a statement here at Bowler Up. That locks up game 3 for her. She is going to be up 3-0. This match may be done before our eyes blink here.
Well, I do have to say this right now. When I do the predictions, sometimes I subtitle it "Posts known to motivate other people." I got shall we say, an interesting email from Miss Yvette Ford saying, "Oh, well, obviously you haven't seen me bowl well enough. I'm going to show you exactly how well I can bowl." So this may be, and you may want to ask her about this. Should she win, this may be a Gordon Pepper motivated performance by Miss Yvette Ford.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to talk about that a little bit. When she's done the match here, assuming she goes on to win, and assuming she don't blow a 3-0 lead. But right now, I can't see her doing that right now. She has, game 3, she has this kind of look. This is just phenomenal right now. And Mia Williams,
well, yeah, but keep in mind, who was the last Vixen that came back from 0-3 to win a match?
Well, let's see. Would the hit be the person that's in the Vixens title match right now?
Yeah, it should be. And it was at Battle Bowl against Vicky Stratford, and that was Mia Williams. She came back from 3-6 to win 4-3.
Yep, I do remember that. I just had to jog my memory on that one, but yes, that was her. So for Mia, this match is not done yet. Although, it looks like Yvette has a great look now. That's not to say that she'll have a great look come in the next few games. So,
and I will say this again: Yvette Ford is one hell of a bowler, and I thought this was going to be the best match of the weekend between Yvette Ford and Mia Williams, and it may be the quickest match of the weekend.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yes. I mean, I think the best match we have so far is this one right here in the tag team match. I mean, Silver Lane Express they're making their title match debut, and we don't know a whole lot about these guys. Connecticut not a well-known region compared to, like, say, New Jersey or New York.
Well, I definitely know about them. I know Akeem Wright and Josh Baker because they both bowl King Hill and Lodi. Right? They're both very under-presuming bowlers, and what I mean by that is you look at them in terms of stance and appearance, and you think, oh, okay, they're fun guys, which it's true, they are fun guys, but they know how to bowl, and they can adjust. The question that I had in terms of that is, when it's time to make the adjustment, can they out-adjust Dysfunctional? Now, the interesting thing is going to be that if they take a 2-0, 3-0 lead, there will not be enough time on the adjustment for Dysfunctional, and lose be carried by Miguel Acobo.
Here's your bet 4. She's on front 9. Number 10 gets it. She's up there on
good.
I'm going to see if I can get George to turn the camera a little bit. Hold on. Keep talking, Gordon.
So right now, Acobo trying to claw his way back into the heavyweight title match. It looks like he's going to do that. Being down 2-1, it still gives you a little bit of a leeway after 3 games. You never want to be down 3-0 after 3 games. And yes, Mia Williams has done that, but you don't want to make a habit of that. Meanwhile, looking here, it's ball number 11 for Yvette Ford. Got it. Yvette Ford, one shot away from shooting a 300 in a World Championship Series title match on the Vixen side. I'm trying to remember that's what the last time that was done. John may know. I don't know if John knows.
What's that?
Last time a 300 was shot in a World Championship Series Vixen match.
Title match. This one for 300. No, she does not get there.
Never mind. We don't have to do the research, and I'll be blamed for it. Yay, Gordon Fall.
And we do have to do the research. She shot 299. We gotta do the research now. She went high. She almost tripled 310. But still, 299 for Yvette Ford. Mia Williams, well, she did not have the front 11, so. But, as you mentioned before, Mia has been down 3-0 before. and heavyweights here. Miguel Acobo was mentioned. Started off front three. He had a pair of 9 spares to follow him up after the front three, and has thrown another turkey after that.
He rather doing his thing.
And has a stronghold on this game here over George Williams. As we are in the 9th frame now. George here in the 9th. That's high. He's 3-pin in.
Right now holding a 30
the former world champion's going to be on the board here.
in the third.
Yeah, I think George Williams' dog took a potty break this game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, yeah. Yeah, you don't
Let's
hear...
go out, look for the fire hydrant.
Yep, yep. Oh, it's pretty cold outside. I'm not going outside, so...
It's very cold outside. I don't want to be outside. It's like 20 degrees outside. That's cold.
Yeah, it's pretty cold. Yeah, it's pretty cold. George makes a spare. Miguel, with a few pins here in the 9th, will actually walk out George.
Keep in mind, I believe this is how the Alex Pearl-George Williams match went, where Williams grabbed the first 2, Pearl took game 3, and then Williams took the last 2 and closed them out.
Game 3 is George not so spectacular game. So this could go the same way again. So we'll definitely see how this rolls out as Miguel almost rolls a 2-pin. Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
This one, as they say, is pretty much over. It's now time in the 10th frame to start figuring out, maybe make an adjustment or two, especially on George Williams' end.
Right. So, absolutely. Yeah, it's time to see what else he can do. What if Miguel's, like that's I couldn't see if that was a bad shot for him or not. But as my score runner just came over to tell me, Carlos had to make a trip to the 11, but for Miguel, you don't want to experiment too much. He's got the game in the end. He's going to be on the board. You need to keep the foot on the gas pedal here. So.
Alright, so that's a 30-pin lead. Up into it.
I was going to say, Miguel Acobo can do that now. He's already locked this one up.
Yes, I got it. That's 55.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes, you can. Yeah. This is locked out. This is a 2-1 match now. 2-4-6. Okay, 2-4-8 dead. It's 2. So George, George still 2-1. Despite Miguel with 235 this game.
Steps up in the 6 for a double. Looking outside. Crosses over to hit the head pin straight through.
George Williams.
Now, you don't think the world, I'm sorry, not the world. You don't think the Northeast heavyweight champion is going to miss a single solitary 5-pin up there, do you, John?
Well, let's just say I'm not taking bets on that.
I'm raising my hand right now in the apartment.
I'm not taking bets on that.
Anyway.
Okay. I made it. There you go. That's good. No doubts there. Even though he kind of looks like he lacks some days, he'll give me the ball. Still made it. So, all good.
Frame, they have
waiting for the final score there. We'll go back to the classic tag team title match. We're in the middle of game 2 here. Here's Akeem Wright. And throwing some great shots here so far.
Here's a 10-pin.
Just can't get the corners out. Josh Baker, the other half.
The Dysfunctional Boulders maintains a 30-pin lead
Big so far.
going into the 7th frame.
But so
Continuing on,
far,
if
the
he can make
story of
this
game
spare.
2 is Bryan Andes. He's got 4 of the first 6 strikes.
Looks good.
The spares in the 4th and 6th frame.
Well, right now it's an Andy we trust at this moment because Renteria right now does not look like he's got any sort of luck at this point.
Yeah,
That's a lead with
pretty
the
much.
89 in the 5th.
Next
Both
to
of us
Miguel.
have a spare in the 6th.
I'm sure Raul don't mind sitting as much as he can. But he will have some participation in game 2.
I was gonna say maybe Raul's gonna be doing some commentation with you. Oh boy. 10 pin.
Nope. 10 pin, yes.
Nice. And it is a 9-pin in the 7th
So right
frame.
now it is the Dysfunctional's game to lose game 2.
Now in the 7th frame.
Pretty much, yeah. Here's Akeem, right? Yeah. Akeem, so Silverlane has, well, Josh missed a single pin first frame. I don't know what he missed, but he missed a pin first frame, but they've been clean, but they need to string a few things together. Here is Raul Renteria now. His first shot here in game 2, it's a 10. And for those who watch the Cruiserweight match, Raul gave everybody a lot of notes on how to not make a 10. Let's see if he can stay away from that.
When are you working?
And oh, he made one. He made a 10 pin. Oh my goodness. So he makes a 10 pin, and they're talking about Bryan wants to come back in. And he will. So Bryan is back in. Comes in the 8th frame.
Maintains 30-pin lead.
We'll see. Bryan here, 8th frame on lane 1. That is high. He tugged that one. Very fortunately, the 3-pin.
I was gonna say he tugged it and he got very lucky that he only left that. That could have been a lot worse.
Absolutely. Sure could have been, yeah. Very fortunate to be only the 3-pin, so. Bryan on the spare, no problems there. Easy spare conversion on the 3-pin. So, Dysfunctional Boulders, they have a good lead. They have 2 tags in. Here comes Josh Baker. Silver Lane Express.
Strike here, force them to strike out.
Right, Andy's here to finish the 10th frame. Strikes, that's a big shot there. So 9-spare strike, 10th frame. Dysfunctional bowlers in the clubhouse with 217. Akeem, Wright, 2-start the 10th frame for Silver Express. They will lead all three in the 10th to win by 1. Akeem, Wright, first ball to 10th. Gotta have it. And no, 7 is going to stand. And Dysfunctional bowlers will survive game 2.
Needed the strikeout.
That is exactly what they needed, and more importantly, that is Dysfunctional needed to have that. They could not go down 2-0 to Silver Lane. And yeah, even though that's a close matchup at that point, the question in my mind sort of becomes.
Here, 197.
Yeah, the question in my mind sort of becomes: is that the right person that should have taken that shot to Silver Lane Express? What do you think, John?
Well, I'd say Dysfunctional bowlers, they've been here before, and if Silver Lane Express has watched any of their title matches, they know that Dysfunctional bowlers takes full advantage of any windows, any opportunities, any sunlight, and they take full advantage of opportunities like that. And to be at 1-1, they are in a pretty comfortable position, to say the least. Even though I only say 1-1, they are in a comfortable position because now they have momentum, and they ride momentum very well as a team. So for Silver Lane Express, they need to do their best to put this in their rearview mirror and come out strong here in game 3. We'll go back to the heavyweights and Vixens. And so far, looks like we got a close game 4 here between Yvette Ford and Leah Williams. And here game 4 of the heavyweights, Miguel. Oh, head pin goes in front of the 10. Does not take it. Going this 9-spare, double 9-spare, 9-spare,
And
and
another
Sear
10 pin
to
for
step
us.
up into the frame.
Since we can't fucking carry shit.
That wasn't your fault, baby.
There's George Williams here in the frame. What's the score? Heavyweight. 2-1.
George?
Right now, Williams with I want to say a slight lead over Miguel Acobo as we go into the second half of Game 4. Miguel Acobo trying to tie up the match. George Williams trying to go 3-1.
Yeah, absolutely. George trying to put the pedal to the metal here and try to put Miguel away while he can.
Good shot.
You didn't see anything last time, December at Lodi with Alex Prell. George went up 2-1, 2-0. Alex Prell won game 3, and then George proceeded to win the last 2. So he might do the same here, but he's going to want to put Miguel away while he can. George on the 4-pin covers. Miguel Acobo. Oh,
that's a BS carry by Miguel Acobo right there.
That's all BS carry. Yeah, he was looking for it last time, didn't get it. This time, headpin cooperates and takes the 10 out for some BS carry. Guess he's not wearing the shirt today. I don't know why. Although he could use some BS carry right now.
Well, not only is George Williams not putting Miguel Acobo away this game, Miguel is now right back into it.
Oh, yeah, big time, yes. And by the way, that first hit in attempt by Yvette Ford seals up for the match. Yvette Ford is going to sweep Mia Williams. And Yvette's #1 supporter just came over to me and said, yeah, that vlog went off. Yeah, that was some good motivation for Yvette Ford. So Yvette Ford, I think she has 206, and Mia can only go 198. So Yvette sweeps Mia Williams.
And once again, I got to tell you, you're talking about the women in the DMV between, I believe now it's a combined, and when it's not against each other, both Yvette Ford and Miss Wheeler are undefeated against everybody else except themselves.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much. I think it was 13-1 or 13-2. What's 13-2? It was an odd number. You had to be headed to 2 losses were against each other, 1 each. I think it's now 15-2 because Segura won her match. So, yeah, again, they have 2 losses, and it's 1 loss against each other, pretty much. Otherwise, when it's not against them, they're undefeated. So it's pretty incredible that they continue to run, even after the 9-month COVID break, that they continue to perform at a high level and just continue to absolutely dominate the Vixens divisions. And that's now final. So that's final there. So Yvette Ford not only gets a successful title, but she sweeps Mia Williams in her first title defense here at Bolorama. Yvette wins 4-0. She wins the last game 216-208. As Mia Williams struck out in the 10th frame. Yvette did need the first hit in the 10th. She got it. But I mean, besides the 190 game, she looked pretty good today. My goodness.
Well, if you look at it this way, I don't know how she could look better. She went 4-0. You know, she went 4-0 and almost shot a tray. That's pretty good, despite that second game in there. But she did what she needed to do. And the one thing about this and the Cruiserweight that they both have in common is that neither challenger really looked like they had much of a shot here. And we're talking about Mia Williams, who was, again, excellent in her own right, but she was out bowled today.
Yeah, absolutely. No, like I said, not to discredit any of the progress Mia Williams has made the last couple of years since she was champion. I mean, this was a hard-fought match. I mean, with the exceptions of game 1 and game 3, she could have turned around and won either 2 and 4, and this could have been 2-2. But instead, Yvette Ford, she was clutch. She got the hits when she needed it, and Mia stuck with it. And this was definitely not when you look at game 3, when you have front
And he did 7-10.
And we're going to stick right here. So Miguel Acobo here, first ball 10. He needs to fill 18. 10 pin. Okay. So George, the club, 194. Miguel.
Well, this game is not over yet. Miguel's still, I mean, obviously, if he keeps throwing the shot that he's going to, Miguel's going to take this one. But it's, as you know, as we've always said, John, it's Phil is never a gimme. And that's enough.
Just enough to win game number 4.
And just enough. And George Williams has got to be kicking himself with that open in the 8th frame. You have a chance to go up 3-1, and now all of a sudden it's now a best of 3. That's the ones that you beat yourself up on at the end, and if you lose those, that's why. Williams right now, of course, winning the first 2 games, and Acobo coming back and winning the next 2. So now it's adjustment time for the champion. So I thought this was going to be a fun match, and it certainly is turning out to be that way. Both bowlers here, Williams and Acobo, obviously they're both big champions in one way, shape, or form. So you knew this was going to be good. George Williams, if you remember, he actually came from the land of individual rankings, did great there, and then said, you know what? If I can do well in rankings, I can do well in WCS, and he's proved himself. Williams right now, first ball, that looks good, and he gets a little BS carry of his own. The 10 pin goes down. So Miguel being out Miguel'd. Yipes. So Williams right now with a strike leading game 5. We are tied at 2 games apiece over the heavyweight. Vixens is over. Yvette Ford defeats Mia Williams 4-0 in a sweep. And tag team, we're in game 3. They are tied 1 game apiece. If you just turned in, hello. I'm Gordon Pepper reporting here from my apartment in Jersey. Miguel is looking to send that ball up to New Jersey, and he does. Tied strike apiece going second frame. Miguel gets a little friendly dragon. That's a cute friendly dragon. So right now, I don't know if we're switching over to tag team.
Right.
I haven't seen that yet. I think we're going to stay here a little bit. Going for Dan Sprayta.
I'm back.
Chat and see what's going on.
There you go.
Nice, Sean.
Tom, you still. Hey,
So right now, looking for the double. He's turning around. Oh, my goodness. That is some BS carry right there.
Yeah, it is.
That ball
We are
looked
gonna
like
turn
it
to-
was going to go right up the beak, and it was going to be a hot dumpster fire mess. Meanwhile, we're switching over here to Classic Tag Team. We're near the end of game 3. John, I think, is going to give us a little bit about what's going on in this match, aren't you, John?
Yeah, this is looking closer like the classic tech or the Cruiserweight match, where Raul can't buy a strike. So as you mentioned before, if the more Bryan bowls, the better, I believe. Oh, and the camera just went out for the classic tags. Awesome. So now I have to work the camera over this way a little bit. Okay, so the tablet just died. That's great. We'll try and fill you in a little bit on that. So dysfunctional bowlers have 129 plus spare in the 8th, and Silver Lane Express is down.
Wait, they have a 129 in the 8th, Silver Lane Express.
Actually, they're Silver Lane Express down at 29. Yeah.
That's not very good. That's
Yeah,
right.
tell us something. So while we figure out, oh, from Miguel, that's good. Yes.
I was there, so I'll commentate on that. We're watching there.
I need
The camera may have shut itself off of the Classic Tag Team in disgust at this point. Based on the scoring, the camera may have gone on strike over in the Classic Tag Team.
It may have. It definitely is going on strike. This Bryan Andy's.
Oh, Miguel liked that one. 4 for Miguel. Now it is Mr. Williams' turn. Can he match? If he does, we're still tied.
Real quick. So, Akeem Wright for Silver Lane Express throws a strike there. See over there, lane 2. Here's George Williams on the front 3, looking to match it with Miguel Acobo, and he does. So, George Williams sees Miguel's front 4. We're going to wait for the raise.
Ante up. Now the question is, John, and I'm going to say it. Who's going to go all in? All in.
Yes.
That ball is buried, and it is. 5 for Williams, and now it's Miguel Acobo's turn to respond.
had to be strike.
It's gone right back to game one scoring there, John.
Yeah.
Tags.
So Silverlake Express. Well, it doesn't matter what they do here. I don't think they have enough tags.
All right.
And I think they realize that, even though it does not matter at this point. I mean, I don't think the tags are correct, but it's not going to matter as long as dysfunctional bowlers have the right tags. The best Silverwing can do is 148 here, and dysfunctional has 147 without the 10th frame. So as long as we have the correct tags and they throw more than one pig in 2 frames, they will have the game 3 victory.
Yeah, we have 2 tags.
By the way, according to the USBC rules, if both teams screw it up and neither of them get the correct tags, they count down as a null and void game. They got to re-bowl it.
Yeah, both teams screwed up.
Right, they didn't tag him in, so you can get a little bit lined in for the next game.
That's correct, Gordon. Raul's definitely aware of the tags. He actually brought that to my attention, so he's paying attention. So I don't see how he can screw this up as he jumps out of his chair as Andy's just up to 5-7.
And based on what I'm looking at over in the classic tag team match, it's really a good thing that's there, because it's not often you shoot a 150 something in tag team action and win.
Yeah. I was going to make a bet somebody earlier about a 140 winning a game here in a title match today. I didn't get any takers, but damn, that's pretty close. 156, 143 for a win for dysfunctional bowlers. I mean, that's pretty nuts.
That's the best 156 game ever for Renteria.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's nuts.
Meanwhile, Miguel Acobo has got them beat in the 6th frame.
Oh, yeah. He's got them all beat. Yeah. Even George, too.
That's true. George and Miguel have got them both beat in the 6th frame.
Yeah, you know.
Up 2-1.
How crazy is that? You spot somebody 4 frames and you still win.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. That's true. Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty wild.
Right now, the only mistake in this game was what George Williams did, leaving the double wood over in the 6th frame. Bangs out in the 7th.
Oh, yeah.
However, advantage right now, Miguel Acobo. If he can throw a strike here, he will have a tentative lead going into the 8th frame.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't bully a girl.
Yeah.
And, of course, when I say that, 7.
Oh, and he leaves the 7. It wiggles. And it wiggles, and it wiggles, and it gets picked up.
Wiggle it.
So now we have a game here in the
as it grooves.
That's a 150. 8-9. You rabbit.
Miguel covers the 7 pin. And the lead, well, he still has the lead. It's just getting very small now. So, oh, there's Miguel foot stomp and a strike.
Well, he will have the lead, but as you said, I'll lead off, albeit with slimmest of margins.
Front 6-9 spare and another strike.
But right now, it's 9 spare better than 8 spare, and that is the difference in this game. Big 8th frame for George Williams.
George here 10 back. Here comes
Now
George
makes it an even
Williams
bigger ninth frame
now.
for George Williams. If George Williams strikes here, he can put a ton of pressure on Miguel Acobo. If it is anything, because that's going to force Miguel to hit everything. If he shoots anything except the strike in the ninth frame, Miguel does have some wiggle room.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. George Williams, ninth frame, 10 back
Buried.
again. Buried, 10
Absolute
back.
buried.
We got a game here. We have a game. So for Miguel Acobo, well, it's the stage is set for him. So pretty much, if he strikes out, he shuts out George Williams by 1. He'll have 279. The best George can do 278. Miguel here in the ninth, not liking this. Nope, strike. I wonder if there's gonna be a shot that Miguel's gonna like and strike at the same time.
There were
just
some
wonder.
shots that he liked early on in the game, but he hasn't liked them recently, and he hasn't liked them on lane 6. The good news for Miguel is that he's going to be on lane 5 for the 10th frame.
Yeah, that's gonna be good for him. That's his best lane. He is not missing this lane this game. So
Come on, back on it.
yeah, he'll definitely get a shot here. First of all, the 10th, Miguel Acobo's got to have it.
And it's good.
I'm not sure he liked that shot either, but he made it look real easy.
World heavyweight champion. Oh, he did, yeah. He made it look real good. Real easy. Just didn't have the landing, that's all. Second ball and 10th here for Miguel. Gotta get up.
And the BS carry comes through.
Oh, he absolutely liked that one. You saw the fist pump there. That shot he actually liked. He didn't turn it around. He was ready for that fist pump, and he got it all down. One more, he wins by 1. He will be up 3-2 going into the game 6.
Right.
However, anything but a strike, and George Williams can either tie or win.
That's how he has strike in the first, spare in the second, and then open in the third, 45 in the third. He strikes here. What is that? 48.
The
This is
game
for
5
game
right
number
here.
5. Gotta have
He
it.
got it.
10 back for Miguel. 279 for Miguel Acobo. He shuts out George Williams here in game 5.
And these were these sorts of games that you were expecting. Three of these games are going to be determined by less than 15 pins, assuming that George Williams goes out.
Clutch shots by Miguel.
I mean, the only game that was a blowout was Game 3. All the other ones were pretty close. So, John, I said this once during the Classic Tag Team title match. I will say it now once during the heavyweight match. George Williams' margin for error is 0. And in the words of you?
Yes, it is now El Cheapo.
El Cheapo. So Miguel Acobo is up 3-2. One more win for Miguel, and he will once again be the Northeast heavyweight champion.
A second time around for Miguel. He's down 2-0 in this match. He did not have a good look at the beginning, but he is now up 3-2 after being down 2-0. So, huge turnaround for the challenger. And
you and I both know this from our experiences.
However, George.
You and I both know through our experiences that being down 2-0 means nothing, and being up 3-2 means nothing.
Absolutely, yeah. It's when somebody has 4, it matters.
Yeah, though I will say this, though. When me and Scott Santos teamed up and we got to the title match, anytime that we got 3 games, the game was over. We always managed to get game 4 if we got game 3. So when you get game 3, that puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. There's a much different mentality between game 2 and game 3. And keep in mind, Scott and I were down 3-0 on more than one occasion, and we managed to win 4 in a row. So anything could happen at any given time.
In the WCS. But yeah, no, like I said, this is anything that can happen. George,
Right now,
3-2. And in fact, he was telling me with his match earlier.
65
It's
Brian.
With Mike Petoskey. Could this happen?
Right now, Miguel, Acobo, and Fuego.
Yes, absolutely. Fuego, yes.
Let me try something.
And here we go again. This may be whoever doesn't strike first.
George comes back. He strikes back. So.
I mean, you really look at it. George Williams only made one mistake, and that cost him game 5, but he looked blind.
Last game.
Yeah, I mean, last game he only made one boo-boo, but he looked blind game 5.
No, I mean, yeah, pretty much. Oh, yeah.
Looks good.
One boo-boo. I mean, he looked pretty good. I mean, don't be surprised.
All right, we're going to come back.
Drops another 260.
No, we're going to take this game.
It just come down to Miguel. He can pop another big game to finish the job. Here's George 10 back. Here we go.
I was going to say, Williams is not going to make this easy. What? Again, Williams got line. I mean, he was going to shoot a 278 and friggin' lose, but he shot a 278.
Yeah, he could have shot
that sounds very, very loud over on lane 2 right there, John.
Yeah, if he needed to, I'm sure. It is, yes. There's some action here, the tag team match. Dysfunctional Bowlers. They have 69 in the 5th with a strike in the 6th. Silver Lane Express, they have 65 in the 4th and a double. So they are up a few here and make that a turkey now for Silver Lane Express.
But if you're going to come all the way from Connecticut down to Delaware, you want to come back with some belts.
Yeah, with some hardware. Absolutely. Yeah, belts, hardware. Yeah, absolutely.
Hardware
Silver Lane Express looking to get 2-2 here. Yes. Here's Miguel Acobo.
Oh,
there is some BS carry. BS carry. Miguel pointed my way saying I called it BS carry. He called it. He knows. There you go.
He had some problems getting some DS
So
carry
here
in
we
the
are
first
again.
game. He had no problem
We're at the
getting it the
heavyweights
last
going.
two games.
Oh, yeah. Well, if I can tell you, I mean, Miguel's kind of familiar with this place. Last time we see Miguel in a title match here, well, some guy named Nick Christie from Minister Society won the world title. A few battle bulls. Miguel, good you so far, so.
Well, I was going to say, this would be, he lost the title here in Delaware. I'm sure he wouldn't mind picking up a title here in Delaware.
Oh, yes. Little redemption here. Fallen Rama here. George
Miguel's got a little bit of wiggle room right now,
10.
even though Williams does get the spare.
Yes. Yeah, a little bit of a, yeah. There's the first blemish on the scorecard now. The tag team match, yeah, this is going to be Silver Lane Express here. Unless Akeem and Josh get a few hiccups here. Back again. Pretty good shot by George Williams. Just needs to, just peel it off his hand, execute, and hope to go down. So.
It's a nice strike for Williams. However, a couple of strikes from Miguel, and he can start to think about winning that title.
Oh, yes. Absolutely, yes. Oh, yes.
Or not.
Well, I am now being joined. I have a special guest here. I'm being joined by the now defending Northeast Vixens champion, Yvette Ford. I got the mic here, so I'm Gordon here. You may have to put this in to hear what he's saying. So, all right. So I got Yvette Ford on here now. There we go. I told her to come back. She had to take care of a few things after her sweep. So,
Mama is hungry, so I had to try to order some wings and a salad.
Mama's hungry. Got to take care of Mama. So, all right, Yvette.
Oh, Mama deserves to eat, except what she saw was very quick today.
Yes. I think you fueled the fire, Gordon, with your prediction. I think you know that, right? Although I really
the funny thing is this: when you hear this back, when you replay this back, one of the things that I absolutely told John is I said the 299 that Yvette threw, I will say will be clearly motivated by what I posted up on the site. And I said that I got a lovely little note from Yvette earlier on this week saying as much, that she was very motivated for today. So, Mia, I'm sorry. I apologize for Mia Williams. However, that being said, Yvette, you shot fantastic today. Well done. Great match. Can you hear me? Oh, John, did you hear what I said?
You were sick, coming off of illnesses. I had pneumonia and last month.
If you said something recently, I didn't hear you.
What? Okay, so what I said was that in the middle of that 299 game, I actually said Yvette's going to be extra motivated, especially after what I put down in the column. And I said that it wouldn't shock me if I get a shout out after that 299 game.
Oh, definitely.
So no, Yvette, fantastic job today. You obviously, I don't say deserve because you earned it, but you shot fantastic today.
No, you know what? For my Unholy teams today and tomorrow. So I come back at 7. So go check in at the hotel and come back and go 5 more games. So yeah, it was exciting. It was exciting. You know, on this platform, you never want to lose. You know, but I have a lot of respect for Mia. I've been watching her for years, so I knew the caliber of bowler she was. So I went out and tried to get a couple practice sessions in this week, as well as getting some of my equipment better fitted for my hands. So that I have to contribute all of that to Dan Shade, my driller.
There you go. There you go. Mr. Gordon's going to respond quickly here.
All right, so that's them.
So there you have. Is that it? I'm trying to say something.
Yvette, congratulations again on the win.
Anyway, so there you go.
Fantastic
So there you
job.
have it. All right. So me.
Thank you so much.
All right, there you go. You're defending Vixens Northeast champion, Yvette Ford. Once again, thanks again for taking some time to talk with us, and congratulations again. So there you have it. So the classic tag team title match is now 2 games apiece.
2 games.
As Silver Lane Express takes game 4.
We ain't giving any more games away now.
211 to 155.
Yeah, and it looks like
So
here on the
they're at 2
heavyweight
games
side,
apiece.
George Williams now has a chance to shoot 2 straight 270-plus games and go 1-1. First game, of course, he lost 278 to, well, I shouldn't say 278. He lost 266, 279.
Right. Right, yeah. And George,
However, if he keeps going on here, we're going to see a Game 7 for the heavyweight title. And, you know, everybody always asks me, Gordon, who do you want to see win? And I always go, usually with most of the guys, I like everybody. Like, obviously, I have a huge respect for Miguel. I have a huge respect for George Williams. They're both really cool people. So what I want to see is the Game 7.
Yeah, absolutely. And,
and it looks like we may get that. Obviously, George Williams wants it. Miguel would rather not see a Game 7 because if he doesn't see it, that means that he's 1-6.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness, yeah. Absolutely, yes, he does.
So right now, it looks like, and correct me if I'm wrong here, John, but Miguel can go up around a 240 and change, which means he's going to need some help from George.
Yeah, 242. And George 279.
And George doesn't seem like he wants to be of the helping type today in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. George just absolutely pounded the hole now. 5 in a row now for George Williams. 7 of the first 8 now. He's got turkey. So make Gordon back again. There he is.
Hi there. Sorry about
for
that.
George Williams. Oh, here he is. Williams. There you go. George looking to kill frames here, 9th and 10. Oh, there's another 10 back. It looks like a different ball there. Like a proton physics from back here. But regardless, that is pretty much going to be Game 6 in the books.
He still needs count on this ball, but if he gets it, we're going to see Game 7.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. 8? 8's good here. 8, and we'll see a Game 7.
Yeah, basically, he does not want to. He does not want to be Episcopalian or go golfing at this point. As long as he avoids either of those, we'll see a Game 7.
All the brothers come to the desk for their first squad payout if you haven't already. Octavius.
God, jeez. That is loud. George,
Paige, Kashina, please.
I believe that is enough, and I believe that means we're seeing a Game 7.
From squad
Yes,
one.
it is. All right, hopefully mail is done on the right. I hear my eardrums get background.
I can't hear you. My ears are broken.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, every time that mic goes off, it's like, it's hard for people to listen to. So, but that 9 count is good enough for George Williams to win Game 6. He makes the spare for good measure. And, yeah, we're going to see Game 7 here. We will see Game 7.
Now, the funny thing is this, the past two games, George Williams made one mistake, and he paid for it, and Miguel made 2 mistakes, and they're both opens, and George Williams made him pay for that.
Pretty much, yeah. And George, when he gets to save his line, he gets 9 on the fill. He throws 257.
By the way, switching gears for one quick second, that Game 4 loss is a bad loss.
7 is good enough.
Yeah, well, we're going to see Game 7, but that was a bad loss for Dysfunctional in Game 4. Because now that means that Raul Renteria, who we both said does not have a shot and hasn't seen it, Raul Renteria has got to figure out how to get a win in either Game 5 or Game 7. He did get one in Game 3, but that was a 153, 148 156, 143 disaster. And I don't know if Silver Lane Express has got another one of those in the tank for him. Well, if you're going to do that and try something, now's the time to do it. So that is going to end that. George Williams is going to win Game 6. And our 2 favorite words in WCS play, Game 7. And Williams will start. Gives a good start, and oh my goodness. Well, that's not how you want to start Game 7. That John, remember when we said there's a couple of options there that George cannot afford to do, and George Williams cannot afford to do at the end of Game 6.
Well, if he was going to do that, I guess this was the frame to do it. Or he could make this. He does not. So 5-3 to start Game 7. And not the greatest of starts, but if you're going to open that lead at time, you still go 78 out here with the back 11.
I was going to say, if he gets back in the last ball of Game 6, this match is over.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yes. Here's Miguel to open Game 7. He starts with a strike. So here we go, Game 7 for all the marbles.
So this frame, second frame, is going to be sort of important here because, again, if Miguel can bring some people on, it's going to be real tough for Williams.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be real tough if Miguel can put pressure on George. Try and play catch-up. Miguel Acobo, second frame. That's a light mixer. First 2 for the challenger.
It's a battle there.
Keep in mind, Miguel has been in this situation before. George Williams has not.
Come on, bro.
So you have Miguel's been here before. George has been here before. Miguel, former world champion. George, undefeated regional champion right now.
Who knew this, John? How many times has George Williams been forced into a Game 7?
How many?
Yeah.
I think 1.
Carry much in there. They can get right.
Is forced to Game 7 on George.
They're getting all the mix up.
And it's Mike Matowski. We talked about it earlier. And Mike went 300 on him Game 5, and George came back to win Game 6 and 7. Right now, this is not a good for George Williams. That's a reach 2 pin. So George on 2 pin, he goes cover. If I had a camera, I'd show you the tag team match. As you mentioned, it's Game 5 right now. It is 2-2, and right now it is Silver Lane Express leading after 5. They are up 14 heading into the 6th frame. The challengers from East Hartford, Connecticut, looking to take the titles here. And that lead's going to shrink. Here's George Williams. George comes back, he puts 10 back. So George puts his first strike up in Game 7 in the 3rd frame. Here is Akeem right on the 5. He covers. Here's Miguel Acobo. He has to front 2 and 3. Stuffs it. Absolutely stuffed it on that shot. Only back. So Miguel Acobo with the first 3 now. Leads by 33. In the early going to Game 7. Total for 10 pin.
When George Williams is attacking, he will pass it away. Because if Miguel started running away with it, then any mistake that George Williams would have made would have been a slam.
Yeah, absolutely. That's key for Miguel to miss there now. Now George feels like he can put a double together and put pressure back on Miguel when he comes back up again. So it was a huge break. I mean, I wouldn't say a huge break, but it is a ray of light, pretty much, for George. Here's George Williams, fourth frame, looking for his first double. Well, game 7, he's got it. And here we go. George coming back now.
Oh no. Got out of trouble though.
George
That could have been disaster among the best.
for the challenger.
Or
Or the champion. I'm sorry, the champion.
174 in the sixth frame. AJ is a 114. The sixth frame.
That could have been a disaster.
One. It's just return its double.
There you go.
From now on, I want to approve all ball changes. He said, I mean, the Katana for the Katana or the
George takes time here.
With a spare here. Give us a 134, 133. A strike here. He was 10 pins. So, right here, strike is big for the double. Looks good. Yes!
Miguel Acobo. Foot stomp, 10 pin. This time 10 does not go on the foot stomp. Leads by 20. And runs off.
A big shot clutch there.
So we start second half, game 7 here. Miguel,
11
9 spare, a little balance. Only leaves 6.
If he doesn't strike here, DB will end up taking game 5. Ooh, that's
He goes 6.
and he crosses over. And the Dysfunctional bowlers will go ahead and take game 5 in a 3-2 lead. We started off kind of rocky.
Miguel,
striking at
open
7,
frame
8,
for
9.
Miguel Acobo now. Now we
Big
have
shots
a
here.
lead. George Williams
7, 8,
now
9.
has taken the lead here.
And he opens.
And
So-
while that's going on, real quickly over the classic tag team match. The first half of Game 5 went to Silver Lane Express. Since then, Silver Lane Express has fallen off the track no pun intended. They have 2 opens, 1 strike in the back half of this game. Dysfunctional has on spare in the next 3, and Dysfunctional Bowlers is going to take game 5.
This is one of the things that we were discussing earlier is Silverwing's going to hang in there for a little bit. How well are they going to do on that transition? And how well are they going to make the investments? And the answer is not very well, apparently.
Just set up here.
George Williams here, 6th frame. Strike there for George Williams.
There you go. That's the way to clean up Josh's mess.
And right now, the lead for Miguel Acobo is down to 6 pins. And the strike here, the champion will take the lead.
Right here does 2 things. Number 1, he takes the lead. Number 2, Miguel will not be able to take it back unless George Williams misses. Whoa!
Wait, are you kidding?
Oh,
Wow!
I guess
I was
nobody wants
not
to.
expecting either one.
Nobody wants to win that heavyweight belt over there, huh?
What, you're
Wow.
talking about BS carry. That was BS hit. That looked solid to me. I mean, I don't know how it looks like over there when you're looking at it, but that looks like a check of the way.
Yes, yeah. BS non-carry. Wow. And Miguel just puts 10 back there in the 8th frame.
Game 6. The DB needs just one more win for Dysfunctional.
He throws a strike in the 8th frame. 9th frame, George Williams. This has got to be a strike. I mean, he's coming off the 4-9 on this lane. I got to believe it's a small adjustment here for George, but he's got to have this one. Does he have it? Does not. Through the face, 3-6-10, 3 goes out. And Miguel Acobo is closing in for his 2nd time around as the Northeast Heavyweight Champion. And George traps the spare. That might just Miguel Acobo, I believe, needs one mark here, 9th or 10th frame, to finish it off. Miguel Acobo, 9th frame, 10 pin.
This is
So spare here and yeah, it's not over yet. Let's see here. Yeah. Does he make it? He sure does. 5 here on the first ball, and we have a new Northeast Heavyweight Champion. And the undefeated runners will come to an end. Just 5 for the win. 8 is good. And Miguel Acobo for the second time is your new Northeast Heavyweight Champion.
And the title comes back to the Meme Mafia and the franchise.
Yes, the franchise has a title belt once again. And they had Miguel as a Northeast Heavyweight Champion, the World Champion. And Miguel Acobo has done it again. So Miguel's got to finish. George is going to go around. He's going to finish his game.
I'm done. I told you I did 2 for 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, that's
right.
So? There you go. That's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Like I got you next if you want.
All right. That sounds good.
I think your issue is that's about it. Everything else you're really good at. Oh no, really good.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
No. It's just sometimes the ball change makes me wonder. That's all. You know what I'm saying? So otherwise, you're a guy that plays whole lane. I'm like, oh, I mean, you can find whatever you want. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So I just need to have some open plays and just want to see a little bit what you do. That's it.
Oh, pretty much, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for one day, right?
Sounds good. Thank you. So there it is. There's your final. It's official. Game 7, Miguel Acobo 200, George Williams 177. And Miguel Acobo becomes your new Northeast Heavyweight Champion. It's the second time around. And we'll try and get a camera view back on the Classic Tag Team title match here. So hang tight, guys. I need a camera.
All right, that is now. It's 2 opens for them. We have a 37 in the 3rd frame. We have a 40, basically in the 2nd frame. Unless he doubles here, we'll be up about 30. Right now we're up a little bit over 20, about 23 pins. Biggest strike here will be up 30, 33, give or take. A big shot here. It was a strong lead in the beginning of the game. Come on, be ready. Let's go, Bryan. Jesus, where was that 2?
Only one. Don't believe him. You got 1.
Oh, watch out! The Funkhauser in the house. This is where you're coming tomorrow, Matt. Bring something aggressive because the balls they're hanging. going long. They're not recovering as much, but you put a lot of hand in your ball, so two-handed bowlers are, you know. But yeah, bring something aggressive. Bryan. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Oh, this fucking 10-pin is killing us all day on lane 1. Alright. So right now we're maintaining a 22-pin lead after 3 frames. We're in game 6 here. We're up 3-2. We need one last game to close it out. And Bryan got it. Good shot, big shot, big shot. All right.
All right, hey.
Yeah, you go. Fuck it. There's not a lot of area. Get it just much easier. Yep.
You can't comment still? They can't still hear you?
Oh, they can hear me. That's about it.
So just comment and just try to give them a play-by-play with the voice. Miguel's phone, I think he has something other. I'm going to tell him the unitone to
Yes, I will. Yes.
That's right. Vixens with the hat. Means it's game on. These strikes here, they'll have 76.
Okay, we're gonna try this. Bear with us.
Here's on a 74. Functional bowlers now. Picked up 2 pins, so up 24 pins.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be good.
Going into the 7th frame.
That's my phone.
Functional bowlers,
No, this ain't gonna work.
And the 7th will be up 34.
No, that's not good. I
Still
didn't think so.
maintaining a decent lead.
Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna work. Nobody has. Your tablet died. I don't have a camera for this. I don't have a camera for the stream.
You can share my stream wherever you can share it. But that's it. Public.
Get in there. There you go. There you go.
Commentate on there.
Good job.
You go right, I go left.
Do your job.
By the time you try to set it up on YouTube, it can be towards the end of the match.
I just need to
I can tell Bryan to give me his phone
do it.
as soon as he throws here. I don't know if it's the password on his phone.
All right, George takes his phone, takes off. Let's get
It's the password.
Jesus Christ. What do you need? Facebook or? Here next. What time?
Right here we have 137 in the 7th. They
There
have
we go.
94
We're back.
in the
Got
6th.
something. There we go. Okay.
Unless he strikes here, we're gonna maintain
All right, we're back. Okay.
the lead on them.
All right.
Gary to the counter.
Got another camera. We're good.
So we strike together here. Take away 10 from the lead. 4-4-2. We have 24 in the 7th. We have 37, so
All right.
13
Game
pin lead.
6.
Do it for the people, baby.
Game 6. so far. Josh here for Turkey here up. Now the best Silver Lane Express can do is Akeem ready to bowl. Yeah. So will retain. Well fought fight there. All Renteria, he just carried everything. He just carried the whole mess again. And here is Bryan and these two make it official. Oh.
Ice in my veins. Oh wait, come through in the end, baby.
With 2:15.
Right.
Win ugly. And Lord Gallant. BOA. And more dysfunctional action. Matthew Wright and Dave Nagelhunt set to defend their titles against Southampton Samurai, making their title match debut, Chris Monger and Joe Monger. So more action tomorrow as Silver Lane is finished. So there's your final. The Tonka Bowlers. Next. Weekend title match, pretty much. So they got two. They're waiting for one more tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow, and hopefully I will have a better setup, and I won't have a lack of cameras and or some sort of streaming devices. Pray to God. Let's hope. Until tomorrow, thanks for tuning in today. We'll see you tomorrow.